Trump's mental decline sparks media frenzy as spokesperson avoids questions. Chaos around Epstein scandal grows. In what's becoming an unmistakable pattern, former President Donald Trump is visibly unraveling mentally, physically, and politically. And while many Americans view his downfall as karmic justice, the people closest to him are scrambling to defend the indefensible. Chief among them is Caroline Leavitt, who last week had a meltdown of her own when a reporter dared to address the elephant in the room. Is Donald Trump mentally fit? It happened during a routine press briefing. A reporter, evidently fed up with Trump's increasingly bizarre statements, asked Leavitt whether the former president's cognitive collapse might be linked to the renewed media attention surrounding Jeffrey Epstein. It was a straightforward question. Trump, after all, had recently claimed his uncle was once a mentor to the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, a claim so absurd it would have been laughed off if it weren't so disturbing. Instead of addressing Trump's spiraling condition, Leavitt offered a theatrical and irrelevant list of Trump's recent activities, none of which answered the core question. She touted a trip to Pennsylvania, where Trump allegedly secured $90 billion. She praised his efforts to push legislation through Congress, but none of this explained why Trump is inventing historical fiction or publicly confusing basic facts about his presidency. Most notably, Trump seemed to forget that he appointed Jerome Powell as the chair of the Federal Reserve, instead blaming President Biden, a mistake that's not just factually wrong, but also alarmingly indicative of mental disorientation. On top of that, he recently accused Democrats of manufacturing the Epstein documents, despite the well-documented reality that both major breaks in the Epstein case occurred under Republican administration. Yet Leavitt, rather than offer any kind of reassurance or explanation, deflected with irrelevant PR fluff. She acted as if attending meetings and signing bills proves mental fitness, as though geography or scheduling are a substitute for clarity, memory, or honesty. To be clear, no one questioned whether Trump had a full calendar. The question was whether he still has a full grasp of reality. His recent rants suggest otherwise. The Epstein scandal re-emerging appears to have unmoored him, and rather than acknowledge the cracks, his team is tap-dancing around them, hoping the media spotlight will shift elsewhere. But the American public isn't stupid. When a man confuses political appointments, creates imaginary academic connections, and lashes out incoherently at perceived enemies, people notice. The silence, or worse, the denial from his inner circle is only amplifying the concern. And now the question expands beyond Trump. Is Caroline Leavitt okay? Her evasiveness and emotional volatility during the press briefing didn't just fail to protect Trump, it raised red flags about her own composure under pressure. If Trump's collapse is contagious, his communications team may already be the first to show symptoms. In conclusion, as the Epstein scandal intensifies and the public grows weary of spin, the media and citizens alike deserve more than political theater. They deserve the truth, or at the very least, a spokesperson who can look a reporter in the eye and give a real answer.